Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Block now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And 6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. Here's Locke to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Cousins now. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. If there are any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Second down, Cousins. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Cousins. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 35 23 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now it's Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Throwing now is Locke. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Michael O.J. Mudia in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now Cousins. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Landry now on the return. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer third of the field. Not a recipe for success. That time a loss. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Locke. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They fake the handoff, now Locke. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Again, he's got that man Landry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. On play action, Locke. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They look to throw. It's Locke. They set up the screen for Sermon. That's a Packers touchdown. Trey Sermon, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. And that'll set them back 5. A slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 7. On play action, Cousins. Oh, Hill, great grab. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And for Kirk Cousins, who came into the league as a backup to RG3, they were drafted the same year in Washington in 2012. Then he got a starting job. He's been pretty consistent. And on that last throw, Kirk Cousins just went over 30,000 yards in his career. Congratulations, Kirk. On 1st and 10, Cousins gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd and 2. Play fake, Cousins. Flush to his right. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And got his man complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. From the red zone now, Cousins. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up second and
5. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Throwing again on second down. Cousins. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. Touchdown, Washington. Tariq Cohen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Block going to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington has taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Locke. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Following the interception, Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Cousins. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times. And in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he's on to punt for Washington. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, Charles, you were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Final play of the half. Cousins buying time to his left. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
He'll buy some time right. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And it's 3rd and short.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Swings this out here for Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. Cameron Curl up to make the tackle.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Cousins. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Washington. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now on the afternoon. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lock. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Lock now on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ed Oliver, that time the one to get in there and bring him down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Another try after the first down sack. Lock. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. Second down at 5. Shotgun snap to Lock. And he'll go right back to Landry. It's complete again. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They'll go again here with Akers. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Cohen gets it again on 2nd.
Fighting through at the 25. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The former 3rd-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Watt's throw taken in by Landry. It's a Packers touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking...
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Tyreek Hill, 76 yards.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Oh, yeah, and here we go again. Check Mike 11.
Locke working out of the gun. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Now Cousins. The screen pass here to Cohen. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they take a knee.